Have you ever found yourself standing on the edge of a tense social moment? A subtle yet cutting remark tossed your way, leaving you feeling diminished before a group? Perhaps it wasn't a full frontal insult, but a snide comment that lingered, gnawed at your sense of dignity, and made you question how others perceive you. Moments like these have a way of unsettling even the most composed among us, and they force an internal question. How can I respond in a way that not only defends my dignity but also elevates my standing in the eyes of those around me? In life, respect is not always freely given. It is often tested in moments of discomfort. Whether in a workplace, among friends, or even within the intimacy of family, there are individuals who attempt to establish their own significance by undermining others. They seek validation by making others seem small, hoping their own light will shine brighter by comparison. It's a form of opportunism disguised as casual interaction, yet it leaves a lasting impact on the recipient. What if you could change the narrative? What if you could transform these uncomfortable encounters into opportunities, not to lash out or demand respect, but to command it naturally through your demeanor and actions? This is where the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy offers a lifeline. The Stoics taught that while we cannot control how others behave, we have full authority over our own reactions. Respect, in their view, is earned by the quiet mastery of oneself, not through forceful assertion or retaliatory words. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic thinkers, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This strength lies in composure, in knowing your worth so deeply that no external slight can unseat it." True respect, according to Stoicism, comes not from commanding others, but from commanding yourself. How you carry yourself in moments of tension, how you respond when provoked, can speak volumes without uttering a word. In this exploration, we will delve into practical, actionable strategies rooted in Stoic philosophy that can help you command respect effortlessly. These strategies aren't about clever comebacks or aggressive dominance. They're about cultivating a quiet yet undeniable presence. The kind of presence that makes people pause, take notice, and respect you. Not because you demand it, but because you embody it. Stay with us as we uncover the art of transforming everyday challenges into opportunities for self-mastery and genuine respect. 1. First impressions, the foundation of respect. First impressions are often underestimated, yet they play a pivotal role in shaping how others perceive us. We live in a world where people form opinions in mere seconds, and those initial moments can either build a bridge of respect or erect a wall of indifference. For those who follow Stoic philosophy, the focus is never on controlling others' judgments, but on mastering one's own presentation. The Stoics believe that every action, no matter how small, is an expression of our inner values, and first impressions are no exception. Consider this. You walk into a room filled with professionals, perhaps at a networking event or a formal gathering. Someone approaches you with an outstretched hand, signaling a desire to connect. At that moment, how you respond speaks volumes. If you remain seated, offer a quick handshake without rising, and avoid direct eye contact, you may unintentionally project disinterest or lack of confidence. Contrast this with the simple yet powerful act of standing, making direct eye contact, and offering a firm handshake. This seemingly minor gesture conveys confidence, respect, and self-awareness, all core tenets of Stoicism. It tells the other person, "I see your value, and I acknowledge it as equal to my own." Marcus Aurelius emphasized that how we carry ourselves reflects the discipline of our mind. Standing when someone approaches, maintaining eye contact, and engaging fully in the moment might seem trivial, but they communicate something deeper. You are present, intentional, and composed. These are qualities that naturally command respect without the need for words. Respect, according to Stoicism, isn't about posturing or trying to impress. It's about demonstrating, through deliberate actions, that you are grounded in your own worth. I recall a particular incident at a formal seminar. Among the attendees was a man who, regardless of the situation, always rose to greet others, offered a warm handshake, and looked them directly in the eye. He wasn't flashy or overly charismatic, but people gravitated toward him. Why? Because his actions projected quiet confidence and genuine regard for those around him. Meanwhile, another attendee remained seated throughout every introduction, never rising to meet others. Though equally competent, he left a different impression, one that lacked the same sense of presence. This subtle difference in behavior highlights a critical truth. Respect begins with how you present yourself in those fleeting first moments. If you seek to apply this principle in your own life, start small. The next time you meet someone, whether in a professional setting, at a casual gathering, or even during a virtual call, stand up, look them in the eye, and engage with a calm, collected demeanor. Let your body language reflect your inner discipline. Remember, it's not about appearing superior. It's about showing that you respect both yourself and those around you. Ultimately, first impressions are more than just social niceties. They're an outward reflection of your commitment to living intentionally. In practicing this, you embody a Stoic principle that goes beyond surface-level interactions. You convey that respect, like dignity, is cultivated from within. Let each encounter be an opportunity to reaffirm your values and project the quiet strength that earns lasting respect. 2. Handling interruptions. Commanding respect through composure. Few things test your patience and self-control more than being interrupted in the middle of a conversation. Whether it's during a professional meeting or a casual social gathering, interruptions can leave you feeling disrespected, frustrated, and, in some cases, undermined. In moments like these, our natural instinct is often to react immediately, sometimes with annoyance, sometimes by raising our voice to reassert control. However, as the Stoics remind us, true strength lies not in trying to dominate the situation, but in mastering our emotions and responding with calm authority. When someone interrupts you, it's an opportunity to demonstrate one of Stoicism's core teachings. Control over oneself is the ultimate power. Instead of reacting impulsively, pause, take a breath, and fix the person with a calm yet firm gaze. This brief silence, accompanied by a composed expression, speaks louder than any heated words. It conveys a clear message. I see what you're doing, and I will not allow it to shake me. This approach disarms the interrupter without resorting to confrontation, and it subtly commands the attention and respect of everyone present. I once witnessed this technique in action during a corporate discussion. A colleague was presenting an idea when another participant abruptly cut him off mid-sentence. Instead of responding angrily or trying to talk over the interruption, my colleague paused, looked directly at the interrupter, and remained silent for a few seconds. The room grew noticeably quieter, and the interrupter, suddenly self-conscious, trailed off. My colleague then resumed his point with calm clarity, as if nothing had happened. The effect was profound. He didn't need to assert dominance verbally. His composed demeanor did it for him. By refusing to be rattled, he commanded respect effortlessly. This technique works because it aligns perfectly with Stoic principles. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The interruption itself is beyond your control, but your reaction is entirely within your power. By pausing and maintaining composure, you take control of the situation without escalating it. Furthermore, your calm response forces the interrupter to confront their own behavior. It subtly shifts the social dynamic, making it clear that disrespect will not be entertained. To apply this strategy effectively, remember 2 key steps. First, when interrupted, resist the urge to respond immediately. Instead, pause, maintain eye contact, and project calm authority through your body language. This creates a moment of reflection, both for yourself and for the interrupter. Second, once the pause has served its purpose, calmly resume your point. A simple phrase like, "as I was saying," signals that you're reclaiming control without hostility. The goal here isn't to embarrass the other person, but to assert your right to be heard with dignity and respect. In doing so, you demonstrate that your self-worth isn't dependent on how others treat you, but on how you choose to conduct yourself. This is the essence of Stoic strength, commanding respect not through aggression, but through unshakable composure. By mastering the art of handling interruptions with calm authority, you cultivate a quiet power that others cannot help but notice. Over time, this practice not only earns you greater respect in social and professional settings, but also strengthens your inner discipline, reminding you that no external disturbance has the power to define your worth unless you allow it to. So the next time someone interrupts you, don't see it as an affront. Instead, view it as an opportunity to practice Stoic mastery, turning a moment of potential frustration into one of quiet triumph. 3. Responding to humiliating jokes, turning the tables with grace. There may come a time when someone attempts to humiliate you in front of a group, cloaking their intent behind the guise of humor. These moments, often disguised as lighthearted banter, can cut deeply, leaving you feeling cornered and tempted to respond with equal force. However, Stoic philosophy teaches us a different approach, one rooted not in retaliation but in composure and self-mastery. The way you handle such situations reveals your character and can either escalate or defuse the tension. Your goal is not to outwit or embarrass the other person, but to subtly shift the power dynamic in your favor without compromising your dignity. Imagine a casual gathering where a friend suddenly recounts an embarrassing story about you in an attempt to draw laughter at your expense. The natural reaction might be to fire back with a sharp retort or to visibly show your discomfort. But instead, picture yourself pausing, smiling calmly, and asking the person to repeat the story as if you hadn't quite heard it. This request, made in a composed and curious tone, changes everything. Suddenly, the weight of the joke diminishes, and the attention shifts from you to the person retelling it. The humor in their attempt to humiliate you fades, and they are left fumbling, realizing that their efforts have not only failed but backfired. Why does this approach work? Because, as the Stoics emphasize, true control lies in how you choose to respond. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You always have the option of having no opinion." There is never a need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you can't control. In this case, you cannot control the other person's attempt to mock you, but you can control whether you allow it to affect your inner peace. By choosing not to react emotionally, you show that their words hold no power over you. This, in itself, is a quiet assertion of strength. Moreover, by asking them to repeat the joke, you expose the awkwardness of their intent. Humor relies on spontaneity, and when forced to repeat itself, it often loses its impact. This approach not only diffuses the situation but also leaves a lasting impression on those present. You are someone who remains calm under pressure and cannot be easily rattled. To apply this strategy effectively, remember these steps. First, resist the impulse to react defensively or to match the other person's energy. Instead, stay calm and composed. Second, maintain a neutral yet slightly curious tone when asking them to repeat their joke. This conveys that you are unshaken and in control. Finally, once they've repeated themselves and the moment has lost its sting, simply smile or offer a light, dismissive comment before gracefully steering the conversation elsewhere. This method serves a dual purpose. It preserves your dignity while subtly highlighting the other person's inappropriate behavior. More importantly, it allows you to remain true to the Stoic ideal of emotional resilience. Stoicism teaches us that our sense of self-worth should never be dependent on how others perceive us, but on how we perceive ourselves. By handling attempts at humiliation with grace, you reinforce your inner strength and send a clear message: Respect isn't something you demand. It's something you embody. So, the next time someone tries to undermine you with a joke, don't let it shake your composure. Smile, remain calm, and use the moment as an opportunity to practice stoic detachment. In doing so, you turn what could have been a moment of discomfort into a quiet triumph, elevating both your self-respect and the respect others have for you. Let your response, or lack thereof, remind everyone that while they may choose their words, you alone choose your reaction. 4. Diffusing provocation, redirecting the energy with wisdom. At some point, we've all encountered someone who deliberately tries to provoke us. Whether it's an offhand comment meant to sting or a pointed jab designed to elicit a reaction, these moments can feel deeply personal, even when they stem from the other person's insecurity or desire for control. Our immediate impulse might be to respond defensively, to justify ourselves, or worse, to escalate the situation by firing back. Yet Stoic philosophy teaches us a more profound response. Do not engage with the provocation. Instead, master the moment by redirecting its energy. Imagine being at a family gathering, and someone brings up a sensitive topic, perhaps a past failure or a mistake that you've worked hard to overcome. All eyes turn to you, waiting to see how you will react. In that moment, you might feel a surge of emotions, embarrassment, frustration, or even anger. But instead of giving those emotions control, you pause. You take a breath, smile lightly, and ask something completely unrelated, like, "Does anyone know a good place to get coffee around here?" This simple act shifts the focus of the conversation, leaving the instigator caught off guard and unsure of how to proceed. You've taken control of the situation, not by engaging in conflict, but by steering it in a direction that preserves your peace of mind. Why is this approach so effective? Because it embodies one of Stoicism's core teachings. Focus only on what you can control. You cannot control the provocations of others, but you can control your reaction to them. Epictetus reminded us, it's not the things themselves that disturb us, but our interpretations of them. By choosing not to interpret the provocation as an attack worth responding to, you neutralize its power over you. Moreover, redirecting the conversation with a neutral, unrelated question shows a level of composure and presence of mind that few people possess. It sends a clear message. I will not allow you to dictate my emotions or my peace. I once observed a friend using this technique at a dinner party. Someone made a pointed remark about his personal life, clearly intending to embarrass him. Instead of reacting, my friend smiled, paused, and casually asked, "By the way, did anyone catch that new documentary on ancient civilizations?" The tension dissipated instantly. The instigator was left speechless, and the conversation flowed smoothly into a new topic. What impressed me most was how effortlessly my friend maintained his dignity while subtly showing that he would not be drawn into petty conflict. To master this strategy, keep these principles in mind. First, stay calm and composed when provoked. Let the initial surge of emotion pass without acting on it. Second, choose a neutral, lighthearted question or comment that shifts the focus of the conversation. The goal isn't to avoid the situation awkwardly, but to demonstrate that you are in full control of how you engage with others. Third, maintain a natural tone. If your response feels forced or insincere, it may come across as dismissive rather than graceful. This method doesn't just defuse conflict in the moment. It builds long-term resilience and inner strength. By practicing redirection, you train yourself to remain unshaken by external events, a hallmark of Stoic mastery. Over time, people will come to respect you, not because you dominate conversations, but because you exude a quiet confidence that makes provocation futile. Remember, true power lies in maintaining your peace of mind, regardless of external circumstances. When others see that their attempts to provoke you only result in calm, thoughtful responses, they will quickly realize that you are not someone easily manipulated or unsettled. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. So the next time someone tries to provoke you, resist the urge to react. Instead, take control by calmly redirecting the energy of the conversation. In doing so, you not only maintain your dignity but also project an unyielding strength that commands respect. This isn't just about defusing a moment. It's about mastering yourself, the essence of true Stoic practice. 5. Walking away, the ultimate act of self-respect. There are moments in life when, despite your best efforts, you find yourself in environments where respect is absent, places where your contributions are overlooked, your ideas are dismissed, or worse, your very presence is undervalued. In such situations, it's tempting to stay, to continue fighting for acknowledgement, clinging to the hope that things will change. However, Stoic philosophy offers a different perspective. Walking away isn't a sign of weakness. It's a powerful affirmation of your self-worth. In any setting, respect cannot be forced. It must be earned and reciprocated. But when you consistently find yourself in a space where respect is withheld, Stoicism teaches that the most dignified course of action is to remove yourself from the situation. Walking away isn't an emotional reaction. It's a deliberate choice. It's the recognition that your time, energy, and peace of mind are too valuable to be wasted where they are not appreciated. Consider the story of a talented artist who worked tirelessly for years under a mentor who refused to acknowledge her growth. Despite her dedication, she was often belittled in front of others, her ideas disregarded without cause. Initially, she stayed, believing that enduring these slights was part of her journey. But over time, she realized something critical. Remaining in that environment wasn't making her stronger. It was eroding her confidence. One day, after another public dismissal, she quietly gathered her things, thanked her mentor for the opportunity, and left. It wasn't an impulsive decision. It was a measured act of self-respect. Months later, she found a new position where her skills were not only recognized but celebrated. Her departure wasn't about proving a point. It was about protecting her dignity and choosing an environment that aligned with her values. Walking away, in Stoicism, is closely tied to the principle of focusing on what you can control. You cannot control how others treat you, but you can control whether you remain in an environment where you are disrespected. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. By choosing to walk away, you revoke the power of those who seek to diminish you. You assert that your worth is not determined by their validation, but by your own recognition of it. But walking away isn't about creating drama or seeking revenge. It's a quiet, resolute act, a signal to yourself that you value your inner peace more than external approval. It's a reminder that you deserve to be in places where respect is mutual and genuine. And while leaving can be difficult, it often opens the door to new opportunities where your efforts are truly appreciated. If you find yourself in a situation where respect is consistently denied despite your efforts, ask yourself, am I staying because I believe things will change, or because I've forgotten my worth? The answer to this question can often clarify whether it's time to walk away. Leaving doesn't mean giving up. It means recognizing when further effort is futile and choosing to invest your energy elsewhere. Walking away, when done with intention, is one of the most powerful ways to command respect. It signals that you are not desperate for acknowledgement, but secure in your own value. As Epictetus wisely said, no man is free who is not master of himself. In choosing to leave a place where respect is absent, you master not only the situation but also yourself, reinforcing a deep, unshakable sense of dignity. So the next time you find yourself in a space where you are undervalued, remember, walking away is not an act of surrender but an act of strength. It's a declaration that you will not allow anyone or any circumstance to diminish your worth. By choosing to leave with grace, you honor yourself, and in doing so, you command the kind of respect that is lasting and meaningful. Respect, after all, begins with how you choose to treat yourself. Conclusion: respect is not something you can demand with words or force through power. It is something you cultivate through your actions, your demeanor, and your unwavering sense of self-worth. Stoic philosophy teaches us that the path to earning genuine respect lies in mastering what is within our control. How we present ourselves, how we respond to disrespect, how we maintain composure under pressure, and how we choose to walk away when necessary. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to reinforce the respect we have for ourselves, which, in turn, naturally earns the respect of others. In a world that often rewards bravado and loud declarations, Stoicism offers a quieter, more profound approach. True respect isn't built on dominance, but on the quiet strength of self-mastery. When you learn to navigate difficult situations with calm authority, when you choose your battles wisely, and when you walk away with dignity rather than fight for attention, you project a presence that others cannot help but admire. This is the essence of living a Stoic life, commanding respect not by demanding it, but by embodying it. As you continue on your journey of personal development, remember that the greatest battles are often the ones fought within. Master your emotions, hold fast to your values, and remain steadfast in your self-respect. In doing so, you will not only command respect from those around you, but also cultivate a deeper, more lasting respect for yourself. If you found value in these insights and wish to deepen your understanding of Stoic philosophy and personal growth, I invite you to join our growing community. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts or experiences. Whether you're just beginning your journey or already embracing Stoicism in your daily life, your voice matters. Together, we can explore the art of living wisely and turning life's challenges into opportunities for growth. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Remember, respect starts from within, and every step you take toward mastering yourself brings you closer to living a life of purpose, strength, and wisdom. Stay grounded, stay resilient, and above all, stay true to who you are.